about if you can remember back. It'd be easier for you because there are only 3.
Right.
Yours are 5. Bringing home 2 babies, because I know bringing home 1 is just life altering and it takes over your whole life. So what's it like with 2? And you have a comparison because you had Vincent first.
Right,
You don't, so
right.
it's like that's all you've known. So this would be interesting.
If you want to go ahead.
My mom came and stayed with us for a few days.
A few days or like a few weeks?
A
couple days, okay, that's great.
A few days. She was going to stay a week, and my husband was like, "Oh, we got this."
Yeah. Right.
And then the day she left, he was like, "Can we call her back?" And I'm like, "No, you sent her. She's gone." So I was very thankful for that because.
Yeah. Now, do twins run in your family?
Yes.
So does your mom?
My mom is a twin. My grandma actually has 2 sets of twins.
Oh, wow.
So my mom and her twin, and then there's another set.
Okay. But your mom hadn't had experience raising twins herself?
No.
Okay. But still, just to have an experienced mom there.
Yes.
Yes.
Was a lifesaver.
Yes. Yes. And so how about for you, Coleen?
Well, my mom was there. Andy's mom was there helping a lot.
Okay.
I think Mother Nature has worked magic because somehow I've managed to kind of wipe out all the adversities, like all the hardships. For some reason, I can't remember them really that well. I think it's just what Mother Nature does to mothers, like kind of tricks you into maybe wanting more at some point or something. But no, it was hard. I can tell you that it was really hard. I think just like holding on to both of them and trying to feed them. I did try to nurse at first. Yeah. We did about 4 weeks of nursing.
Yeah.
And it was really hard to do. There was one baby that nursed better than the other.
Okay.
My daughter Paisley nursed better than Sophia.
Okay.
And so Paisley would, get a good amount to eat, and then little Sophia would get in there and just struggle and fuss and not get anything to eat. So I started to supplement her.
Yeah.
So when I started to supplement her, then this weird unequal feeling started between how could I just be full nursing one and supplementing the other? Like I felt like I was doing some sort of science experiment or something. What's going to turn out differently in her because she's not getting all breast milk and this one is. So I started feeling this weird guilt about it.
Yeah.
Eventually I started to wean both of them.
Yep.
And I think I made that decision after a night. I remember we didn't have any power one night and I was up by candlelight and I had nursed, I want to say 12 times through the night.
Oh.
I lost count, I think, after 10.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And there I was staring at a flickering candle and just thinking, I don't know if I can do this anymore.
Right.
So eventually I started to supplement and I pumped a lot and they got a lot of breast milk that way.
Yeah.
And I felt good and okay about that. But I just remember just how hard that really was. And I know it can be done. I know there's mothers out there and I have so much respect for them for being able to do that. It just wasn't working out for us.
Yeah,
and
don't shortchange yourself.
Exactly,
Did an amazing
right.
job.
And they did. They got a good start with it. And like I said, I continued to pump and whatnot. But that was probably the biggest struggle, was the nursing and kind of the guilt involved and just trying to make it all happen.
Wow.
Yeah. But once we got onto bottles, we were doing a little bit better.
Life
got a little bit easier.
Yeah, because then you could pass one off.
You could.
Andy,
right.
Or
exactly.
grandma.
That made a huge difference. The neighbor, I remember calling the neighbor over one day.
Yeah.
And she came and sat with me, and we had a little sunroom, and we sat in these 2 little rocking chairs, and I thought, this is wonderful. I could call her. She's just right there, and so it worked out.
So how about for you, starting off with the whole feeding thing? How did that work for you?
I've heard moms of one say that they felt like all they ever did was breastfeed and sleep and eat. When you're a mom of 2 trying to, that is literally, you don't do anything else.
Nothing else.
I remember walking to the bathroom to pee, breastfeeding. You did not have, and if I gave my girls a few minutes in between, they would freak out. They had to be fed back to back.
Yeah.
And
Can you do that at the same time?
You
Is that
can,
is
but
it
my
possible?
boobs are too big. So I could never get comfortable. I tried and tried and could never
Yeah.
get comfortable.
I tried that as well. I tried to take all this advice about all these different holds and positions, and I just,
Me too. I could
I
never
felt
get
like
it
they
work
were
out.
falling, and I was
Yes.
losing. Their little necks weren't supported right, and like one would be choking and sputtering, and one would be happy, and it just,
Oh, wow.
yeah, the double just didn't work for me
Didn't
either.
work for me either. I tried.
Okay.
Yeah.
So more power to those moms that do
I
it.
know. I know. Like I said, I know it can be done. I've seen women do it, but
I don't know. I haven't
Yeah.
seen it, but